In this lecture, we are looking at some more of the practical aspects of research proposal writing. After completing this section, you should be able to explain the potential role of replication in postgraduate research, formulate a tentative problem statement and purpose statement for a postgraduate study, formulate tentative research objectives for a postgraduate study, specify the units of analysis of a postgraduate study, discuss the delimitations and assumptions of a postgraduate study, formulate a tentative title for your study. Many students come across great ideas from articles that they've read, especially if a study was conducted in a country other than the one in which the student resides. One of the features of good research is that it can be replicated. It must therefore be described so clearly that another researcher must be able to follow the same processes with the same data and get the same answer. The value of replication is specifically in replicating the process exactly with, for example, other data, and observing how the answers to the research problem change. No study is without limitations and/or mistakes, and these are the areas where a replication study may expand the body of knowledge in a valuable way. Replication studies are therefore important and a good way to approach a coursework master's dissertation. Researchers have different views as to how replication studies can be accomplished. These are the most popular versions. An exact replication is unlikely to make a sufficient contribution. Therefore, students are encouraged to replicate with at least some extension. In the economic and management sciences, the second description is rather popular, especially in cases where a similar study is conducted with more recent data and perhaps in a new context. However, be careful when stating the contribution of a study as, for example, not having been conducted in South Africa before. This is not a sufficient reason to replicate a study. Rather, answer the question as to why the study must be conducted in South Africa. A popular reason is that most studies originate in the US and Europe or the UK. Therefore, the results of a replication in an emerging economy as opposed to a developed economy can be a valuable one. The third way to look at a replication study is to see how one can make a theoretical, contextual, or methodological contribution. Therefore, one replicates the original study but adds something new or makes an adjustment to the theoretical, contextual, or methodological value of the study. These can also be combined to contribute to any two or all three directions. There are a few misconceptions and limitations to replication studies. If you are considering a replication of some sort, consider these aspects and attempt to address the additional contribution of your study extensively enough to alleviate these issues. Postgraduate students are encouraged to do something on familiar ground and not do something completely new. This provides some safety net, as you can use the original study not only as a point of departure, but also as a defense concerning some of the decisions you make in your study. If you can state that a reputable researcher considered a method or dataset, etc., appropriate, it will take some of the pressure off you.